Good morning and welcome to Occam's Razor Gardening, Cooking and Canning, where we do a daily walk through the garden, check on the growth. If you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a like. It helps the algorithm. If you're watching us on Rumble, please give us a follow. Well, we have our raspberry bush and had a nice big bowl of raspberries for dessert last night. In spite of the Japanese battle, the Japanese beetles battling, destroying, eating, I've been finding them on other plants now. Just another pestilence we need to deal with in North America. And our little pepper plant here, the one that we keep going to look at, with the slowest growing pepper plant I've ever had. It does get sun. Everything else here is growing. But even this has managed to make some tomatoes. Like, what's going on? Yeah, the two oldest pepper plants, slowest to produce peppers. What a waste. Well, another tomato plant here, doing its best. Because even then, all I do is give them the food and water. I don't really deal with the bottom parts or trying to increase the production on it because I can't really eat them. But the paste is great for breaking down the sinew in the meat when you do a long cook. Now, the other pepper plants, of course, are all producing very nicely. And these just go straight into the canning jars. And speaking of canning, how's those zucchinis coming along? Oh yeah. You see one back there. Another one growing over there. Do we have any here? No. Collected one last night. Ah, wait. No, not big enough. No. Oh, good. Pollinators. Very nice. And these little bastards here. Wow. Little logie this morning. The bumblebees are just coated in pollen from my garden. The garden that God gave me. Well, that's it for zucchinis. I guess just gotta wait for more fruit production. I also had some beans last night for supper. Again, just a handful. Still waiting for all those beans to start producing on those big bushy plants there. A lot of buds. Maybe we'll finally have enough to can some beans as well. That would be nice. I have a friend who's very particular to my sweet cinnamon beans. Can't disappoint them through the year. Our potato plants somehow managed to survive with a twice daily mild soapy spray to try to control the black flea beetles on them. It's the cheaper option to using diatomaceous earth. The whole point of having a garden is to try to keep costs down by growing your own food. Well, I guess I must be doing something right. Bloody stuff's still growing. And our onions have been harvested. 2 bags Felt like about 15 pounds worth maybe. And they have been reseeded with fresh onion bulbs. Well, I wouldn't say fresh, a little older. I don't know how many of them are going to come up. Now off to our squash boxes. Oh yeah, it's a chilly 14 degrees this morning. So the last couple of days have been really warm and humid. A bit of a storm come through yesterday, and as usual, only chances of rain. I think we had about a 5-minute dump, which really didn't do much. We really need a full day's worth of rain here to try to soak up the ground again, because the ground is super dry. Super dry. Now, I found a couple of squashes here. They were growing. Look at these. Look at these beauties, hey? Nice big summer squashes. Those can really well. Actually, if you don't have enough pumpkin, you mix them up with the pumpkin when you can it. And once you start flavoring the squash, you really can't tell much of a difference. Let's look and see if we have some zucchini over here. Wow, that's a big zucchini leaf, right? Well, have you started to, no, just vining along, eh? Just vining along all the way. Little, oh, there's a little squashy there, okay. But none to actually harvest. Okay. I just gotta keep looking. When you least expect it, zucchinis just appear bigger than you would expect them to be. Well, the pollinators are out. The vine borers seem to be finally minimizing their appearances. I've only scraped off eggs off 2 leaves yesterday, and I think I might have missed 1 leaf the day before, but it's hard to tell from the amount of munching. I always wonder if I scrape these eggs off and they bounce down and they fall, if they land on another leaf without it being deposited there by the vine borer beetle, will it still grow up to be a borer? Right? Look at these nasty little beetles in there. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, that's what gets in there. And then the flower just closes in on it. And the flower does not like it. So I go in there and I cut these flowers open after they've closed up and make sure they can still be open so the pollinators can get in there. And every other flower, like a wasp will fly out or something else will fly out of it that's been trapped in there, that was in there, you know, having its meal, doing whatever it does, and the flower just closes in on it like Seymour. Right, and speaking of Seymour, here's a basil plant. That was great with taglio. I had it twice this week. There's so much basil. It's the best time to have fresh pasta with some fresh basil. Seymour's growing fine. Although probably not too much growth last night with how cool it was. All right, that's enough in the backyard. Let's go look at Butch. No live Butch cam this morning because it's Blazing Catfur Fridays. All right, let's go see Butch. They look neat when they stay behind the little brick barrier. But of course in the summer, Not only do they try to propagate by growing out this way, they try to trip you because they're on the sidewalk. Well, the lavender here is doing fine. And how's that pumpkin doing? Eh? Well, that's why we put that basket there, for it to climb. Wonderful lavender. Sunflower. Seymour's cousin. Oh wow, look at the size of these leaves. Yeah, Butch is just doing fine. Is he gonna get taller? I don't know. Really needs to keep growing. Okay, that looks like it's still surviving. Same thing with that one. How are we doing there? Uh-oh, the fight has begun. Now the squash is trying to attack the morning glories. Let's get back there. Okay. Oh, I don't need this weed, or this big giant weed, or this one, or this one. I don't get back here too often. Let's throw those away. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? Got some nice fuzziness going there. Good, you want to produce some fruit. Let's make sure that these mothers leave you alone. Okay. Good. Well, I guess this will just continue to vine along the way. Perfect. And of course, our morning glories. Look at these. Eh? Fantastic. Okay. All right. That concludes our walkthrough for this morning. If you stuck out to the end, I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.